Hi, beautiful people. How are you? Today is Tuesday, which means it is Tuesday tea time. Tuesday tea time is when for the next, I think it's like 14 weeks, I'll be going through the lines of a poem that I truly love called Letting Go Takes Love. And the poem, I read it first, and then from that, we'll select a line from each week. And the T stands for Truth, Empowerment, and Action. Now, the truth is usually the first line, the empowerment is usually the second line, and then I'll give you some action steps to take. And this poem is so powerful to me because what I see a lot of times are people are not able to let go of things. And for some reason, we believe that once we have something, it's ours to keep. We do that with our children, our jobs, our possessions, our spouses. We just think that it's ours forever. And that's just not how things are, truly, because there's always change. And with that change comes choice. So let me begin reading the poem, Letting Go Takes Love. To let go does not mean to stop caring. It means I can't do it for someone else. To let go is not to cut myself off. It's the realization that I can't control another. To let go is not to enable, but allow learning from natural consequences. To let go is to admit powerlessness, which means the outcome is not in my hands. To let go is not to try to change or blame another. It's to make the most of myself. To let go is not to care for, but to care about. To let go is not to fix, but to be supportive. To let go is not to judge, but allow another to be a human being. And that's amazing. To let go is not to be in the middle arranging all the outcomes, but allow another to affect their destiny. To let go is not to be protective, it's to permit another to face reality. To let go is not to deny, but to accept. To let go is not to nag, scold, or argue, but instead to search out my own shortcomings and correct them. To let go is not to adjust everything to my desire, but to take each day as it comes and cherish myself in it. To let go is not to criticize or regulate anybody, but to try to become what I dream I can be. To let go is not to regret the past, but to grow and live for the future. To let go is to fear less and love more, and to let go and to let God is to find peace. Remember, the time to love is short. The time to love is short. So, what would be the truth in that? The truth statement is to let go is to admit powerlessness. And that simply means to just let go of control. We think that we can be in the background and we can maneuver things and make things happen. And a lot of times what that is we think that it won't work out unless we're in it. That we can fix it, we can make it better. And what would happen if we're not in it? And that comes from fear. That is fear. When you have to be all in the mix and not allowing it to be what it needs to be. And then empowerment is the outcome is out of my hands, because it truly is. Because we try so hard to control people, emotions, our situations, our jobs, and just some things are just going to be what they are. And I think that's one of our greatest struggles, is not understanding that sometimes it just is what it is. And we want to fight it because it's not the way we want it to be. So we figure if we control the situation, then we can make sure the outcome is what we need it to be. But we fail to realize there's other people and other things in the mix too that may affect it. So if you could just step back a little bit and think about, what am I trying to control? What am I afraid of? Am I afraid that I'm going to lose something if I don't control it? And that happens a lot of times. We think that if we're not doing what we need to do, like putting our hands on it and making sure it shines this way or it moves that way, then it's not going to go my way. And if it's not yours, it's not yours to have, so you won't have it anyway. So sometimes we just really need to just let things go. Actually, powerlessness is one of the first steps in the 12 steps for Alcohol Anonymous. Because you have to admit that you have a problem. You have to give the power and realize, I have no power over this. And we have to start doing that in our lives. We sometimes don't have the power to choose or make it better. One of the situations that happened with my daughter, she got moved up in 8th grade to high school track and field. And all her friends graduated by the time she was a 10th grader. So she felt, no, it was actually 11th grade. Everybody graduated in 10th grade. By 11th grade, she was by herself. So she was feeling a little down because she didn't have any friends anymore. And it was very hard for her to make friends, she felt like, because she's one of those people, she's okay the way she is, but everybody may not be okay the way she is. Similar to me, you either like me or you don't. There is no gray area with me. You either like me or you don't like me. And I'm okay with that because I don't like lukewarm friends anyway. So you can just keep on moving. So she's going through this. She talks to her coach about it. And we're talking to each other, and he's worried. What can I do? I want to, I hope this doesn't affect her track. I hope that she's going to be okay this year. And he's trying to figure out what he can do. And I told him to step back. I said, this is her defining moment. This is going to let me know which way she's going to go. I said, she's either going to sell her soul to be like everybody else, or she's going to hurt a little bit and be okay being by herself. And I told him to just not do anything, just let it be what it is. 2 weeks later, she tells me, she says, Mom, I've decided I just won't have any friends because I'm not about to change. I'm comfortable who I am, and I'm just okay with it. And I'm going to be honest with you, I cried because she was at a crossroads. And the truth is, many of us are too. We won't stop trying to control things and make it seem like we're getting the outcome we want. Because some of us are okay with just half of it. We don't have to have the full outcome, but as long as we get a little bit of what we want, we're okay. But what we need to do is stop wanting the outcome to be ours and let people and situations just be what it is. So the action I want you to take, I want you to think about what in your life are you unable to let go of. Is there something in your life that you're having problems of allowing the situation just to be what it is? Maybe you're lacking that faith, because surrender is complete acceptance of what is and having faith, no matter if I'm in the outcome, if I'm in it. You got faith and you have complete confidence in the outcome is when you surrender. And a lot of times we're so ready to make it the way we need it to be because we need, hey, beautiful lady, we need it to feel a certain way. So we don't feel that way, then it's wrong. But it has nothing to do with us. We need to just take our hands off of things and let it be what it's going to be. And it's okay. It doesn't mean that you're, I think I heard someone say, I don't want to be perceived as mean. Well, why would somebody perceive you as mean because you said no? Or that you decided, okay, I'm going to let you figure this out. I've helped you as long as I could. But we're so consumed with what everybody else is thinking about us and what everybody else's opinion of us is that we're losing focus of truly living a free life, a life of complete acceptance of whatever happens, and then having faith no matter what the outcome is. And we're losing that gift that we were given a long time ago when we were born, that gift. So what are you not willing to let go of that was never yours to keep? Because as we talked before, your children were never yours to keep. And we talked before about 3 types of business. Brian Katie says it's your business, God's business, and their business. Whose business are you in? Because sometimes we're in other people's business and they need to take care of their own stuff. They got to be able to let powerless be okay with powerless and understand that the outcome is not in their hands. They have to be able to do that. If you can just show them that, maybe they'll be able to do it. But we want to make sure it's the way it needs to be so we can feel the way we want to. And we need to step back and ask the question, what am I not letting go of? And another question I wanted to ask is, what are you afraid will happen if you let go? What's the fear? Something that you can't control anyway? because the outcome is just going to be that. My 18-year-old daughter told me the other day, she said, Mom, I'm going to die one day. And if I die today, I'll be okay because I'm not afraid to die. She's 18 years old. She's not afraid to die. You know how many people walking around afraid to die? And it's going to happen anyway. Because we have all these fears. And how can you let go and surrender to things without that faith and having that complete acceptance of whatever the outcome is? You have to have that. And the faith is part of it. It's part of the equation. So, tea time today is simply this. To let go is to admit powerlessness, which means the outcome is not in my hands. And your action is look at what you're not willing to let go of. And then ask yourself, what are you afraid of if you don't let go of it? What is that fear? And don't lie to yourself. The last person you lie to is yourself. You should never lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth. It may sound ridiculous. It may hurt. But tell yourself the truth. Because that's the only way you heal. That's the only way you even will be able to let go of anything. So, today was Tuesday. And today was Tuesday Tea Time. So, I will see you guys next week for Tuesday Tea Time 5. I'm not going to tell you what line it is. If you want to look it up, go find the poem. Letting Go Takes Love. I got to take a deep breath. I worked out. And I'm hurting. And I'm excited because I can't wait till I lose a panty. I want to lose a panty size. I got to go down some panties. And I'm just so excited. So I had to get on here. I know it's late, but I wanted to say thank you for anyone who is listening now. Kathy, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. You know that I love you more than you ever know, my dear. And anyone who's listening to the recording, thank you very much for coming on. I want to tell you that life does not have to be difficult. You always have a choice. You can choose something different. But with that comes a lot of fear because we're afraid of the outcome, because we're uncertain. But you always have a choice. So many blessings to each and every one of you, and have a wonderful evening. Many blessings. Bye-bye.